Good afternoon, everyone. Another day, another lesson from me. This lesson is going to move very quickly because you already built a lot of these skills in yesterday's lesson. Today we're just creating a dot plot based on a set of data. Now we did that with Mia's class and Mia's heartbeat, and you also talked a lot about how data would look. Today we are just going to take that and we're going to build it a little bit further. So it's going to talk about Robert, who's a 6th grader at Roosevelt Middle School, and he goes to bed around 10 p.m. and gets up around 6 a.m. to get ready for school. That means that he only gets 8 hours of sleep on a school night. He decided to investigate the statistical question. How many hours per night do 6th graders usually sleep when they have school the next day? Right below is a survey of the 29 6th graders and the collected data that he had. It's not from least to greatest, and I want you to notice that because that does make a difference. Now, typically, I do want you to put it from least to greatest. It makes it a lot easier when we calculate mean and median and mode. But for right now, since we're just plotting points, it's totally fine. You can leave it as it is, as long as you're recognizing that you need to plot every single number. So he already created what his dot plot's going to look like. He counted from 5 to 12, and he already placed the first 7. So I'm going to cross the first 7 out, and I'm going to find all the other 7s within my data. I see 2 7s right here, so I'm going to plot those right there. Then, really you can go in any order. I'm going to just kind of go from left to right. That makes it easier on me. So I see 8. I'm going to plot all my 8s. So I see an 8 here. I'm going to cross it off. Crossing it off makes it really easy so that you're not recounting it. 1, 2, 3. Also, you're going to realize that I try to make my dots about the same height so that I'm really able to see that if one's bigger or smaller than another. 2, 1, 2. Wow, there's a lot of people. Now, I did kind of make them a little big, but I'm just going to darken these in so you know that that's a dot. Use your best judgment. All right, left to right. I have a 5. Is there any other 5s? Nope. 6. I already did my 7s. I already did my 8, 9s. I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Oh, this one's going to go a little bit higher too. 8, 9. So again, why do they got to put the title right there? I got 1 right there. Like, can't we just move that? Because now it's in the way of my data. Okay, there is that one here. There's that one here. Just make sure that you remember that those are dot plots or dots on your dot plot because these are dots on a dot plot. Okay, 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, and 1, 12. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Okay, what does your data look like? What is the most common? So what is our mode for the number of hours of slept, or that a typical 6th grader sleeps? Once you find the mode, I want you to write blank number of hours. I want you to write that number right below here so that I know that you are following those directions. What is the mode? What is the most frequent that 6th graders sleep on a night that they have school the next day? Now you have a set of questions, exercises 1 through 9. I would like you to complete these questions. Now, you're going to notice that questions 1 through 5 are directly relating to the dot plot on the previous page. So, dot plot just made. Okay? Answer these ones using that dot plot. Okay? you can go ahead and do that now so then I can explain the next piece. All right, then you're gonna get a new set of data. It says, here's the data for the number of hours the sixth graders usually sleep when they do not have school the next day. When they do not have school the next day. So it's gonna be quite different. You need to make a new dot plot. I will start you off, then you need to finish it. So I'm gonna start, this is actually really challenging to hold this and know that I'm like pointing it. Okay, making my line. It still starts at 5. I don't see anything less than 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I look in here and then I also have a 13. All right, I started you off. Go ahead and plot your points. Make sure you are crossing off your number as you go through it. Okay, go ahead and plot your dots now. After you have finished plotting your dots, I want you to answer number 7, number 8, and number 9. Go ahead and do that now. Now we're going to be moving into building a frequency table. Frequency table has kind of a fancy name, but it doesn't mean anything more than you think it means. It's actually just kind of talking about how many is in each number. So we're going to be looking at a new set of a new set of data, I'm sorry. And the question that we're looking at is how many hours per week do sixth graders spend playing a sport or an outdoor game? And here is the number of hours for 26 sixth graders. Okay, here's our new data set. Well, we have this table, and I'm going to show you how to organize it and kind of what a frequency table expects. So on the far left side, I want the number of hours playing sports / game. In the middle, I'm going to do tally. And over here on the right side, I'm going to be talking about frequency. Frequency is how many in each category. So if I'm talking about number of hours, I see numbers of hours all the way from 0 to 12. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 through 12. Now for our tallies, I cannot tally anything that does not have number of hours. So for 0, I'm going to look through here. I have 1, 2, 3. 3 tallies. I want to make sure I cross it off so that I don't do it again. For number 1, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross it off so I don't do it again. Okay. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross it off so I don't do it again. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I'm going to cross it off. 4 hours of playing outdoors or a sport. Oops, I did not cross off my 2s. Wait, I forgot to cross off my 2s. I'm going to go back. That's why I say to do it. Okay, 4s. I have 1, 2, 3. Cross those off. Now for 5s, I have no 5s, so I'm going to leave this space blank. Okay, there's no tallies. I can't put a tally. For 6, I have 1, 2. Make sure you're putting it in the right spot. 7, there are none. I leave a blank. 8, there's 1. 9, there is none. 10, there is none. 11, there is none. But 12, there is 1. We have an athlete right here. Okay, so your number of hours and tallies should look something like this. Now, when we get to frequency, we're just talking about what is the number in this category. Well, for number of hours that some kids play, there's 3 kids that play 0 hours outdoors or a sport. So for my frequency, that is 3. It's really that simple. For my 1, I have 4. 2 hours, I have 5. 3 hours, I have 7. 4 hours, I have 3. Now 5 hours, I didn't put any tallies, but I still need to put a frequency. That frequency would be 0. All right, so it's still important that we include it on our chart because it still has a frequency. We can still later in our lessons, we'll calculate the percent that these represent. Right now, this matters, okay? 7 is 0, 8 is 1. And if you want to make it like an actual one, you can do that to differentiate. 0, 0, 0, 1. You're just writing the number that it correlates to. That's it. Okay, so we've already completed number 10 and number 11. We completed the tally mark column. We completed the frequency column. And now here's what it wants you to do. And this is actually really awesome about a frequency table. It makes your dot plots so much easier. So if I have my data right here, I can take this and I know what my span is. And I can either choose to count by ones, I can choose to count by twos. It's up to me. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start you off on your dot plot. Okay, I'm going to choose to count by twos, just so I have more room to kind of rate because I kind of rate kind of big sometimes. And now what I want you to do is I want you to plot it. Now remember, if there's 0, you don't plot anything. You wouldn't plot anything. But on 0, I would see that I need to plot 3 people. Okay, for 1, I need to plot 4 people. This is going to tell you how many dots you need to make over each number. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Then what I want you to do is when it says for number 13, what number of hours describes the center of data, I want you to tell me what is the mean. What is the mean? Actually, no, I'm sorry. We haven't talked about mean, like in detail yet. What is the median, where we cross them all off until we get it? And then what is the mode? What's the most frequent? So remember, median is where we cross off the numbers until we get the very, very center one. Mode is whatever number is most occurring, most frequent. We'll talk about mean another time. I'm sorry. I forgot that we hadn't talked about it yet. For number 14, I want you to answer that question, and then I want you to answer number 15. Now we are at the problem set. What I'm going to have you do is I want you to bring over your work to me so that I can check it in. Once I've checked it, you will get your exit ticket. After you complete your exit ticket, you're going to put it on my desk, and then you're going to be able to start your homework. Your homework, it is numbers 1, all of 2, and all of 3, and then there's lesson 4. So numbers 1, 2, and all of 3. It's not any more challenging than you have done. Remember, you may use your notes on the homework. You may not use your notes on the exit ticket. Please let me know if you have any questions.